Hello, my name is Gabby Gudoy, and we are going to work on some math problems right now. The first problem we're going to work on goes a little something like this. A little toy house has a right angle triangle roof with a height of 8 inches. And the main part of the house is a square with all 6 sides that equal to 6 inches. If you cut the toy house in half, so it would look like this. What would be the area of this whole figure? So first, let's draw a picture so we can imagine how the house looks like in our mind, and so it's a little bit easier to write the equations. So first, let's draw the triangle part. They said it is a right triangle, so we're going to add the right in there, with a height of 8 inches. Now we are going to draw the square part, and remember to put the congruent marking so you know that all sides are the same. Now, the first equation you're going to use is 1/2 base times height. The reason you're going to use this is because this is a triangle. And you know the base because this and this is the same. And you also know the height. So you really don't have to do much to know what it actually is. So you're going to just put it in. 1/2 base, which is 6, times the height, which is 8. And your answer is going to be 24 inches squared. Now remember, when you are doing area, you must always put the squared, or else you might get your answer wrong. And remember to also put the units you're using. Now that you have the triangle portion, we are going to do the square portion. So this is basically just the equation base times height. Since you know that all sides are equal, see 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches, you're going to put the base, which is going to be 6 inches times 6 inches. Your answer is going to be 36 inches squared. Now remember, not to forget your units or to put that is squared. But you didn't do it all the things yet. Remember that this is an irregular shape since it is a square and it is a triangle. So you're going to add what you got, these two together. So it's going to be 24 inches squared plus 36 inches squared. And you're going to get 60 inches squared total. Remember that usually, since it is a word problem, you're usually going to have to answer in a sentence. So, the area of this whole figure is 60 inches squared. Now guys, don't forget to always label it your unit and the squared. Good job guys, you just finished the first out of your 3 problems. Hi guys, so now it is our second problem. This problem goes a little like this. Suppose you stand 53 feet from a wind farm turbine. Your angle of elevation to the hub of the turbine is 56.5 degrees. Your eye level is 5.5 feet above the ground. Approximately how tall is the turbine from the ground to its hub? So let's draw a picture so we know how it looks like. So this is the ground, and this is gonna be the hub and the wind turbine. And we're just gonna draw stick people. Okay, so angle of elevation means what you're looking up to. And you're trying to find x, which is with the eye level. So what you know the angle of elevation, which is 56.5 degrees. And that's x. But you already know the adjacent. So next, you're going to use an equation called SOHCAHTOA. The equation we are going to pick out for this is the TOA. The reason for this is because we know the opposite. Since this is always the opposite, and this is the adjacent since it's the leftover, and since this is a 90-degree triangle, That is a hypotenuse. So we know the opposite and the adjacent is in the equation. So let's choose that one. So you're just going to write it out like this. Tan 56.5 equals x, since they're crossing each other. And you're going to put this over 53, since it is opposite over the adjacent, and that is the adjacent. And you're going to put 1 underneath just to fill in the spaces. Then you're going to cross multiply. All you have to write is 53 tan 56.5 equals x. And you're just going to plug that into your calculator to get 80.074 equals x. But you're not done yet. Since the ground to the eye level is 5.5, you're going to add those together. So 5.5 plus what you just got, 80.074, that is going to equal to your final answer of 85.57. Now remember, it's always label, which is feet. Again, since this is a word problem, you're probably going to have to make a sentence. So, the turbine is approximately 85.57 feet tall from the ground to the hub. Good job, guys. You just finished the second problem out of 3. Okay, guys, so the third problem goes like this. The lateral area of 2 similar paint cans are 1,019 centimeters squared, and the smaller one is 425 centimeters squared. The volume of the smaller can is 1,057 centimeters third power. What is the volume of the larger can? So let's draw pictures. Let's draw the first one first. So you can just draw that, and you're gonna label underneath the lateral area, just so your mind kind of knows what's going on. Don't forget the volume. Then you're going to draw out the larger one. Okay. Oops. Okay, so, and for this one, you don't know the volume, so you're just going to put it as x. So remember that scale factor is just a over b. Area is a squared over b squared, and volume is a to the third power to b to the third power. So x over this, since you know, so both the volumes, and you're gonna make sure that you label it like this. So when you put it in your calculator, it's just easier for your mind to process. Then when you cross multiply, right, it's gonna be x 425. Remember to put the parentheses or else your calculator is going to get lost. Equals this times parentheses 1019. Okay. So this part, you're going to get a really big number. It's going to be still this, because you know, this didn't change yet. It's the third power. And when you plug this, remember to just plug this exactly how it is in calculator and put parentheses. So this is going to equal to a really big number. And you're going to divide both sides by this. So your answer is going to be 4,295.47 centimeters to the third power. And there you go. You finished your third problem.